What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and y'all know I don't really review this show in its entirety, but for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I do commentate a lot on Twitter about none other than Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and we are in season 6. I spoke briefly earlier about it, but now we're in reunion mode, and I usually review each reunion show. So I'm kind of going to touch on, so this video may be a little longer than I anticipate, as I am trying to do better with my video length. But honestly, I'm one of those people, I love hearing certain people talk. So I just put on my headphones at my desk and rock out to or listen to whomever like it's a podcast. Maybe I should start doing podcasts. I don't know. But either way, be sure to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time visiting. Thumbs up this video, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 6. Now, there's a couple of things I want to go back and touch on. The haves and the have-nots of the glam shop. I really don't think that they were necessary this season. Many of the YouTube bloggers that I do follow have also said the same thing. I did catch, though, in this reunion that it seemed as though Shooter and Sierra were going to be the new Kirk and Rasheda if Kirk and Rasheda decided that they didn't want to return, due to the fact that it seems as though reality TV has, in fact, perhaps destroyed their marriage. Maybe it was a joke at first to create these controversial storylines of Kirk's cheating with his 3 earrings. But then again, is art imitating life or life imitating art? What you won't do for a coin in a storyline. And that's why I said when Jessica died, we saw her get engaged this season, and we saw a totally different looking Jessica Dime as well. As someone else pointed out, we do get that the pink hair is part of her brand, but also at the same time, darker hair does her good. She is a beautiful girl. She got engaged to the love of her life. They've known each other for quite some time. And that's when I said during that episode, Jessica Dime, it's time to exit stage left and leave the reality TV business if you want your relationship and marriage to last. Because Mona will take and spin your world upside down if you permit it. And let's be real, if you don't go along to get along, you'll be left alone. Which is essentially what has happened to Jocelyn Hernandez in Love and Hip Hop. The Puerto Rican Princess, they basically launched a smear campaign against you, honey. You made yourself look bad. You acted an ass. You didn't want to cooperate. You knew going into this how it was, but for some reason you have this big head. I don't know if it's because your agents and talent managers were nice enough to get you a gig on the reel, and you thought that maybe you were a Love and Hip Hop, which was the platform that set you up, is now perhaps beneath you. So now you're going to start getting all diva-fied, or bad diva as I call it, because I'm the good diva. But there's basically, they did it as a means to smear you and keep others from wanting to work with you. I think it was Justin J or For Its Rocks may have pointed out that you could, if you had stopped being so bad and bougie, VH1 possibly would have given you a show. I mean, come on now. If Amber Rose can get a show on VH1 talking about, well, she's not a very good TV host. But either way, and you with your bad English and enunciations, you probably could have gotten a show too. Food for thought. Then on top of that, she's so far this part 1, we have not seen her. Stevie J and her are still at war because she is upset because she is not the first lady of Danger Zone Records. And what's the girl? Alita? I don't know. But anyway, this is a really cute Panamanian. The Panamanian princess. I was like, boy, you better watch out with the Panamanians, women. Think Dominican, that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, Escalita, I think that's her name, Escalita, is not going to be the first lady of Danger Zone Records. Jocelyn feels some type of way about that. And my thing with Stevie J is, why would you keep going back to a woman that constantly disrespects your family, disrespects you, launched a smear campaign against you, alleging allegations that you had molested your own child? Who does that? Not a sane person. But it is my understanding that men will go back to crazy women because I heard crazy coochie is good coochie. Okay, it feels so good you just get lost in the sauce. So if that's true, you might want to go outside and dig up your backyard or her backyard and find out if your drawers are buried in a mason jar. That's all I'm saying, Stevie J. You need to let that go. My thing with you all, at the end of the day, you need to just file for joint custody and have a third party available to hand off little Bunny Bella. Who was that? Miss PC? Baby Bluebell. But y'all just, it's a toxic relationship. It's not a healthy relationship. Jocelyn, I was tired the entire season of hearing you say, I just want to be the best mother I can be. I've never been a mother, but there are hundreds of thousands and millions of others that have come and gone before you that children don't come with instructions, but it don't take common sense to know not to feed your baby a Cheeto. When you saw her meet up with Mimi, lovely Mimi this season, we saw her trying to feed the baby a Cheeto. I was like, baby had no teeth. And all that salt and those chemicals in the Cheetos, why would you do that, Jocelyn? That's not being the best mother you can be, okay? Because otherwise you would be blending on with the Gerber again, you, a baby NutriBullet or something. Okay, Puerto Rican princess, baddest punta, even one that runs around calling themselves the baddest bitch. You get a side eye from me anyway. So I didn't catch it from the top. But I did see Tommy Lee, and I am going to post a picture here showing what I thought of her outfit. Now, it is my understanding that it is fresh off the runway. It is runway couture. But one of the things we must realize about the night at the museum look, or rather, what is it, the Met Gala Ball look, that wasn't that type of party. So I don't know what Tommy Lee was going for, but to me, she reminded me of a background actress forgotten in Memoirs of a Geisha. Okay. Then it also reminded me of The Last Dragon. Sure enough. Baby, look. So I don't know. I didn't like it. Everything that's runway is not necessarily off the rack wear, if you know what I mean, if you follow me. I guess it was cute. It would be considered couture. I have to reach out to my friend Diva D and find out what he thinks. Either way, Young Jock, boy, you were rocking that lace front wig. It was laid. Okay. Ain't nobody can see you. Okay. But either way, him and Karlie RD, I'm so sick of them both. Also, Karlie RD has told us that she is going to come out with a sex book. I was like, I don't want to know anything about how to please a man because you thought that delicious. Okay. You running around doing dishes amongst everything else. Then had the nerve to accuse Tommy Lee of sleeping with Caesar. I was like, basically, Karlie, what goes around comes around. You knew that Scrap was in a relationship, I don't care how dysfunctional it was, with Tommy Lee, but yet and still you were messing around with him before he went to jail. So now Tommy's the type of chick that she'll continue to dig until she can't dig no more. She will fight every man you get with, she intends to sleep with too, or give you the look of, or leading you to believe that she's sleeping with these men. And we know her and Young Jock, who's living in a treehouse. At first I thought it was just he lives in a treehouse, but okay. It's a very nice palatial treehouse, but okay. Either way, Karlie RD, yeah, Tommy Lee and you, that's going to be ongoing. She act like it was so bad that Tommy Lee, she said, I went by his house and they were like, Tommy about to get fucked. And I was like you do, like you've been doing. And then come to find out C's, which I'm not going to knock anything about him doing this. Many people that are from areas like New York, Chicago, or really the East Coast, DC, nobody really owns a car. So even when they come down south or to places like LA, they still continue to Uber it, taxi cab, public transport. Well, we found out that Karlie RD was Caesar's Uber. Baby, look, I was like, girl, really? Okay. And you mad. Somebody, you just gonna always have my leftovers. I was like, well, like Justin J pointed out, hell, Anytime you sleep with somebody, you sleeping with whoever he slept with and them too. It's just an ongoing track. Okay? Choo choo. Also, Karlie RD's outfit, that bodysuit, I wasn't feeling it, but she's one of those females that has that butt lift thing going on where she looks like a yard bird. But I said I feel as though maybe she thought she was having a redux moment of a solid gold reunion that would be impending, and perhaps she would be invited. It's my understanding she is old enough to have been a solid gold dancer, perhaps, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling her outfit or her bodysuit, but I will say it was way better than Lovely Mimi. And Lovely Mimi, I do like you. I know a lot of people find you annoying, but girl, I see something in you. You got right good sense. Karlie RD, even though at times I cannot stand you, I tell you this, girl, once I get my license to practice, I'm going to need for you to come work in my law offices and be an investigator, because, girl, you do be getting the intel. I'm sorry. Rasheda got mad about it, but I was like, she did you a favor and got down to the nitty gritty. Meanwhile, you sitting up there looking stoned and out your mind because you can't figure out where your marriage went wrong. It sounds to me like your marriage been wrong for a long time and you just choose to set, beloved, in the dysfunction. Channeling my inner Ileana Van Zandt. Girl, you need just, I think you better let it go. Let it go, baby. It looks like another love TKO. He drafted the papers for you. Your mama, you can always go home to mama. Well, maybe not always home to mama. Sometimes that doesn't always work out. So Karlie RD, hey, if you decide that you don't want to keep slanging books and sex type things and clothes, once the law offices get started, you can definitely come and be my chief investigator, honey, because you can always get the intel. Rasheda and Kirk, this entire season has just been disturbing. You've got Rambo Rod, what was it, Kiana? Was it Kiana? What was her name? Kiana and Jasmine. I'm still trying to figure out what Jasmine's shaking down to the strip club. I'm still trying to figure that out, because they showed her in one scene when that little boy Logan came looking for her in the club. And I was like, what's she shaking? But there's something for everybody. She cute in the face, but I'm like, she don't have nothing. Like, what's the appeal? You look like some of them girls I saw at the Hustler in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Some of them girls just didn't have a body, and they still was shaking their ass for cash and getting paid. Student loans, shake my ass. Okay, no, I won't do that. Yeah, Jasmine and Logan. Logan did come into press this season. Like I said, y'all, I am going to be kind of going back and forth with the season, since I really didn't review it, but I'm kind of highlighting. And so this video probably will be a little longer than I anticipated. But we saw when Rasheda was impressed, Logan came in and said he might be the father. So Jasmine is faced with the fact that she has to tell Rambo Rod this season that she and Logan may have been messing around with one another once again, even though supposedly they've broken up. And I'm like, people are saying it couldn't be Rod's baby, but I was like, he was only gone for 8 months. So the month before he went in, he could have knocked her up too. So it's like, who's the daddy? This is like a total Maury Povich moment. But Jasmine, Keisha, Kiana, whichever one in y'all, the polyamorous crew of Rambo Rod, Kirk recognizes now and realizes in his Mr. Snuffleupagus voice that they some scammers. If that is my baby, do you think I would leave my baby with them scammers and cheaters? Hell, you lay down with them. Shit, what they say, you lay down with a dirty dog, you get up with fleas. There you go. So, hey, it's your grave. You laid in it. Rasheda definitely would not be someone I would call upon or rely upon as a source on what relationships should be, and how so many women are in denial. There are so many women out there like Rasheda that it's just really sad. Some women would rather stay in a bad marriage and be unhappy. I mean, he may not be physically abusing her, but that's mental abuse. That's psychological abuse. You running in and out all the time, then telling her things like, you ain't giving it up enough to me. And the woman works just like you. Y'all trying to build an empire together. And Rasheda says she been with him, what, 17, 18 years? She grew up with him because I think Rasheda was like 17, 18 when she met Kurt, and he was already a daddy because, you know, he a grandfather. I think somebody said Kurt is 51 years old. I'm like, yeah, your grandpa ass running around here just slanging your pain with any old raggedy bitch. But Rasheda, girl, you need to wake up. If, in fact, what is going on with you and Kurt is legit, I suggest you exit stage left because you look a hot mess right now. And you definitely you did a disservice to women in general by, in some ways, placing the blame on the woman and the man escaping scot-free. Let me tell you, it takes two to tango. And yes, ladies, you should close your legs to married men. But unfortunately, if some of us are like that, there's always another hoe on every corner that's willing to do that. And yes, you a hoe. In the words of David Arnold, you a broccoli bitch. Okay? You willing to go out there, spread your legs, do something strange for a little piece of change, and then come up pregnant if you can, and then think that you're going to get paid and laid for 18 years. I'm tired of these people having these children. In some respects, it seems like just for a storyline and to get paid. But Jasmine mad, you know, because Logan done confronted her this season about that. She was scared to tell Rambo Rod the truth of the matter is she still was. The funny part about that scene when he came to the strip club is she was getting in the van. And she was trying to close the door, and she was calm the whole time. But as soon as security showed up, Jasmine jumped in. I'll fuck you up, nigga. I'll fuck you. I was like, you weren't all big and bad when security wasn't around. Obviously, Logan got you shook too, girl. You be shaking that table. Shake the table. Come on, K. Michelle. Rasheda claims that she is tired of crying over Kurt. Show him the door, girl. Sign the papers. He's already had his lawyers draft up what he feels you are entitled to. Walk away with that so you can walk away with your dignity and start to know what your worth is. And then she was like, I hope he not laid up here. I guess the other chick, she was like, well, I hope he just not running around with raggedy bitches. And then even Sister Charlene was like, well, Kurt, is the baby yours? Did you use a condom? I think he said one time or something. I'm like, so all the other times you only had sex with this woman once and you used a condom, or you chose to use a condom once and you just wanted to put the tip in and see how it felt? What is it, Kurt? Well, you're lying then or you're lying now. Come on. It only requires a yes or no answer, sir. That's the whole thing too. You sleeping, you know he knowingly goes out and gets with other women, women of a questionable character and nature. And I'm not saying anything because just because you're a stripper don't make you a hoe. Unfortunately, there are people in that profession that also do things in addition to lap dances and swinging on the pole and taking off all their clothes. I'm just saying. But Rasheda, girl, let it go. Kurt fucks with raggedy bitches. He has y'all entangled with raggedy bitches. Broccoli bitches, as I say. And although I don't like using that term, but I'm sorry. At this point, that's a good title for you because you got to be a bitch, a hoe, a broccoli bitch to sleep with another woman's husband. Until he got papers, I don't care what Ninja says. You need to show me a dissolution of marriage, divorce decree, and trust to believe. I will pooch my ass down to the courthouse to verify that these are legit documents. Or look it up online because it don't cost that much online to find out. Talking about it takes a woman to open her legs. Hell, it takes two to cheat, Rasheda. Remember that. I touched on the haves and the haves not of the glam shop with Sierra, Mariah. I don't know what her hairpiece was saying. I said it looked like a little 5-year-old had Skipper Barbie and just went in there and just trimmed the shit up, and that's what you got. I don't know what kind of unit that was. That looked like one of them costume wigs you can get for $9.95 at a Jenny Beauty Supply in Dallas. I'm just saying. I don't know, girl, but you were trying to out-talk. Here's the other thing. Treasure P and Mariah. When we first met y'all in the season, y'all were loud and proud about being broccoli bitches, okay? You didn't mind not being the entree. You were okay being broccoli bitches. Then you started backpedaling and retracting your statements about what you said when we can just roll tape and see how loud and proud you were. In Jamaica, I don't know why Young Jock chose to bring his intern to the beach. You don't bring sand to the beach, and that's what he did, and she got her butt whooped damn near by Jessica Diamond. I was glad Jessica Diamond, everybody in the cast was like, they were so happy that Treasure P got her wig snatched, because he was like, I was sleeping with a married man, and I didn't know until, after, because she talk a mile a minute, she got motorboat mouth. I was just like, girl, Rasheda don't want to hear anything you have to say. That's the last thing. And it's like, are you feeling guilty? Do you feel the need to confess? If that's the case, you need to go tell your therapist, tell a priest, tell a rabbi, tell somebody in confidence, because no one's here to hear that. And then they went to see Lovely Mimi, and I'm like, what do you expect? Lovely Mimi is a married woman too. And you ask her your opinion, and then you get mad and want to fight her for telling the truth about you in her salon. You came to her nail salon and started that shit and stirred the pot. Shooter, I really did need for you, as your wife instructed you, to close your shirt. I don't know what you were trying to sell us, but I wasn't trying. To me, you just look like you smell like booty. And the reason why is because Mariah shared with us that you ate her booty like groceries. Okay? And I was like, oh, Sierra, you were kissing Mariah's booty. Ugh. And she was like, I was so embarrassed by this. And I was like, girl, well, you the one. Here's the other thing about that, ladies. From what I understand, what I've sat through couples ministry and heard it time and time again, you need what? Sex, finances, and communication. Your marriage should work out just fine. And sex is definitely a priority. And I understand all of us work, and maybe you too tired, but do a little something. Grab some lotion in the side. I didn't say that. But either way, because you remember Sierra said that he can't put it down in the bedroom. You don't tell your man that. As a matter of fact, you find ways to enhance it. There's plenty of toy stores. Hell, you live in Atlanta, hit up Candy Burst. What is it? Bedroom Candy. Hit that up. But like I said, I felt like Shooter and Sierra were like test dummies this season. I don't think they'll be back. Treasure P, you need to stop with your justifications of your bad behavior. You also need to stop going around telling people, I'm educated, I'm educated. Education does not make you wise. It does not give you common sense. Education is great. I have 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's of science in sports administration with a minor in psychology. And I also have a law degree. And I also have like a little certification in entertainment law. That was my focus in law school for a semester. So I'm educated, but I don't know everything. And I don't think I'm above anyone. I think I can learn something from anyone. Let me tell you something. My great-great aunt had a 5th grade education and taught me everything I need to know in life. She taught me my ABCs, my basic lessons in finances, how to do math, gardening, you name it. How to fix things, how to be a carpenter, basically how to be an independent woman, independent from a man. So, yeah, save it, girl. Education is great. We do pay a lot of money for it sometimes. We also get rewarded for it. But that doesn't make you above anybody. That doesn't make you above the street sweeper. I'm just saying. Get it together, girl. So you just repent from your evil ways. So, yeah, there are times when men will trick you and lead you to believe that they are single. And once you find out, and then when if he lied about that, what else is he lying about? Okay, that right there. But I guess you so lost in the sauce. But I have to get my woman about me. Melissa? Oh, Melissa looked like a pimp named Slick back from way back. But I like Melissa, though. I do like Melissa. Hey, Lovely Mimi was speaking the truth. Before you stray, come around and talk to your spouse. That's a good word for Shooter and Kurt and whomever else. I did find it interesting when the cast started crying, because it was like the death of a close friend, because people looked to Rasheda and Kurt as the model couple. I was like, okay, God bless y'all. And Karlie, you did not fool any of us with those fake tears. I didn't see her cry. I didn't see it, dear. I'm sorry, dear. Your acting skills, let's work on that, okay? Jessica Diamond and Lovely Mimi had a little choice, some words. All I could think about when I saw Lovely Mimi, I was like, girl, are you auditioning for Cirque du Soleil? I mean, what the hell is going on with you? That bodysuit? Lovely Mimi, I love you, but you looked a hot mess. No, girl, don't do that no more to yourself. I said, is she going to break out and start doing Britney's? I'm a slave for you. I can't control it. I don't know other words, y'all. Let me stop. And yeah, her and Karlie RD in bodysuits, they wasn't hitting on nothing. Well, I think that's it for Love and Hip Hop. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this season 6, the dysfunctionality. Will we see her in part 2? Shout out to Nicole Parker, Gossip Girl. Girl, you be doing the damn thing. I did catch. I was hollering when she was talking about how Tommy Lee and Treasure P got into it. She said, and it was a drive-by fruity. And all I could think about was Mrs. Doubtfire. When Robin Williams is Mrs. Doubtfire threw that piece of fruit. And was it Pierce Bronson or what is that? Might not have been Pierce. But either way, she threw that piece of fruit at him. It was a drive-by fruity. And I was like, oh my God. But Treasure was asking for it because you did. You talked to Tommy like she was beneath you. Waka Flocka and Tammy couldn't be there, but I do want them to win. I feel like they belong together. Tommy Lee and her mother this season, they had a little intervention, Ileana Van Zant moment. They had Dr. Sherry. I told Dr. Sherry, I said, girl, God bless you. We ain't even got past the hellos and we already in a breakdown. This shit ain't gonna work. But Tommy's mom was telling her, I loved you by robbing, stealing, taking penitentiary chances. I'm like, that is nothing to be proud of, and that is nothing to brag about, Samantha. One thing that daughters need is their mamas from time to time. We want our mama's love and affection. How we gonna get it behind bars or a glass mirror? How that works, Samantha? That's nothing to be proud of. I get we all got to do what we got to, but I'm sure there were alternatives. You had the latest. I'm sure Tommy would have been, her and her sister would have been just fine with you just being present and accounted for. Again, Rasheda and Kurt is not a model. They are a couple in breakdown. I'm looking for them to be on Ileana Van Zant, Fix My Life in a 2-part series. Can we help Kirk and Rasheda? And I just love them, beloveds. So anyways, beloveds, thank you guys for joining. Again, be sure to comment down below, subscribe, thumbs up, and let's talk about this Love and Hip Hop season 6. It was indeed an interesting season. Oh, Mimi, that's who I want to talk about. Mimi, girl, I saw the Perfect Bra commercial ad you did, girl. You tried it. You help, Lord. You got a botched job. I expect to see you on botched because there was some dimpling here. Your breast, it's not a natural look. It looked like bricks in there, girl. Like at any moment, like I feel uncomfortable when I see them. I'm glad that they were covered up during the reunion. She still don't want to be bothered with Jocelyn. Honestly, I can't blame Mimi for not ever wanting to deal with Jocelyn because Jocelyn has proved time and time again to be just malicious. The truth of the matter is with Jocelyn is broken. And broke people, broke inside, hurt people tend to hurt others. And that's what she does. She uses it as a defense mechanism. That's something you can easily recognize. It don't take rocket science to realize that. We know her background. She grew up poor and on the streets of Puerto Rico. Or was that Miami? No, it's Puerto Rico. So, but Mimi, just accept the fact that your daughter has a sister with this woman. So we can make it work. Oh, now I know what I want to talk about. Tommy Lee and Jocelyn. Jocelyn wanted to be on stage with certain parties. I think it was Melissa and Jessica Dime or whatever. But either way, she can't have her way. Honey, this ain't Burger King. This is Mona Scott production, Mona Me. Stevie J was there for Tommy Lee. Now, in this conversation, did y'all notice? She was like, I seen his beefcake, though. And, yeah, and then Stevie was like, we can do nothing. And then those eyebrows go up, and I'm like, oh, y'all were fucking. You can't tell me that you weren't Stevie J. Something happened. Just like Jessica Dime was saying that something had to have happened for Jocelyn to react the way that she did, because Jocelyn loves women too much. And so, Jessica Dime, I think you're onto something. I think that the liaison between Tommy and Jocelyn went wrong. Maybe her, Stevie, and Jocelyn were all in a tryst and it went bad. That's why, you're going to be a couple, be together. People going to do what they want to do behind closed doors, but especially if you're married or in some sort of committed relationship, ideally, I don't think inviting third parties into your bed does anything but make it a bad situation for disaster. And Lord knows I watch enough ID channel to tell you, usually somebody end up dead to the bed. I know, Tommy, you were wrong for attacking Jocelyn at the time. Jocelyn was pregnant and probably was truthfully in fear for her life. But someone also has another theory about why Jocelyn has a restraining order against Tommy Lee, and that is because she sees Tommy Lee as a star on the rise in love and hip hop. But I believe we've read in the blogs that allegedly Tommy Lee has been fired, as has Jocelyn, or she quit the show, whatever. She sees her as competition, kind of like how Nene saw Kenya as competition, maybe. I don't know. Tommy, right is right and wrong is wrong. Take ownership of the things that you do. Had you not threatened Jocelyn, you would not be in this predicament of having to go to jail and fight for custody. You need those funds for your girls' college fund because you want them to be better than you. It's a vicious cycle. Even though you're not out robbing and stealing like that, but you still doing penitentiary chances things, and it keeps you away from your daughters. So that's something to consider. Tommy Lee, I want you to win. Rasheda, I want you to win. Jessica Dime, I want you to win. That's why I want this to be your last season on Love and Hip Hop. Maybe they'll do a wedding special for you, but girl, get off the reality show boat. Start a hair care line, because your hair, oh my God, it was so pretty. I loved it. Your hair, not the pink wigs, but your hair. Anywho, that's all I've got. This time, this really is all I've got. Thank you guys for joining. Again, subscribe, comment. Let's chat it up. And I will see y'all back here next week for part 2 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6 Reunion Part 2. This has been part 1, and I've been Miss Sophia the Diva, and you guys have been all that.